Okay, so as I have told you about DDL and DML queries, so there are how many types of SQL commands are there? Anyone? Hello, hello. Can anyone tell me that how many SQL commands are there?
Sir, three commands: DDL, DML, and DCL.
Okay, one more is there. That
Okay,
is
one more is
TCL,
there. That is
transaction control. Okay, data definition, data manipulation. Hello. Okay, so there are DDL, DML, DCL, and TCL. Okay, and at earlier lecture, someone of your class might ask me about DQL, that is data query. Okay, so that I will explain you later. So first, as you see, this is the terminal, and what is DDL? DDL commands are used for designing the database schema. It defines the schema. So what is schema? That we'll see. Let's first try with MySQL terminal and some basic commands. So as you have already seen that show databases. Okay, this is the command to get the list of databases present. So here you can see. Okay. So to create a database, as you know, create is a DDL query, right? So first, let me drop the database of T2. Okay, it will delete the database. So you can check the list again. Here T2 name database is not present. So first we have to create a database. As I earlier told you that there is a default database of world. It comes with the version 8.0. Okay. So suppose there are too many list of databases present in MySQL, and you as here you can see the records are less, so you can easily identify the record whether it is present or not. But if the list is much more, and you will be not able to find where exactly your database is, or where exactly the record is, then you have to use the condition that if exists, like create database if not exists T2. So it will create. You can check. So what happens if there is a database named T2 already present, and you are trying to create a database? Then what will be the result? Can anyone predict? So if I am not using the condition, I will just simply creating the T2 as it is already present in the database. Then what will be the output? It will
Error.
generate a error. Yes, it will generate a error. So for clearing terminal, there is a command system clear cls clear screen. Okay, it will clear the screen. So there is a database already present T2, and you are creating database again. So it will generate a error that database is already exists. That's why we use the condition that if not exist. Okay, are you understand what I am saying? Okay, so likewise, if I want to drop the database, Again I want to drop the database. So here condition will be changed. If exists, then it will drop. Now you can check. So it has gone. So this is the proper syntax of your SQL query. You have to use the keyword, then parameters you have to pass. This is the database. Okay. And conditions also you can apply. And MySQL terminal, about MySQL terminal, you can pass multiple commands on single line or single command on multiple lines. Let's check. So suppose I'll pass the select version. It will give me the MySQL version. This is the syntax of uh, checking version of your MySQL. Okay, so it will return me the result 8.0. So what is the command for checking the date? So select current date. So this one is one function. It will also return you the current date or system date. You can also use the function current date, current underscore date. It will also give you the same result. Okay, so these two functions are synonyms. Okay, understood. These two functions are synonyms. How you are going to know the functions? How suppose there is one more trick for MySQL that I want to share with you. If you want help about the queries, then you can just simply type the command help. As you know, for the queries, this semicolon is the termination criteria. Okay, so keyword, your function, and where the query is going to end. How compiler is going to know that here is the end of query, so that he can process? That's why we have to mention semicolon after the end of query. Okay, so help. If I enter the help query, it will show you how to clear the current input statement. And this is simple. What we'll say, uh, here it also mentions that first online and end with semicolon. So it is explicitly mentioned that every command should end with semicolon. This is the help menu. You can also get the server side documentation from client side terminal. So you have to mention this command to get the server side documents. Help contents. You have to very careful about spelling. So let's see, as I told you earlier that for case sensitivity, it is actually letter sensitivity. You have to very careful about contents. So like if I type the help command like this, or say help like this, help content, or say help contents, it executes. It will execute. It will compiler will know. It will give you the output. Okay, but if you are wrong in typing commands, say I just typed help content, not contents, then it will generate a error that for list of all. Likewise, nothing found, please try to run help content. It will suggest also. So I have to mention help contents. So it will give you here one more function is important. The details or documentation here present about data types. You can check how many data types present in MySQL. So you have to just help data type. So have you understand about the case sensitivity of query? It is nothing to do with the case sensitivity actually, but it is very strict about your spellings, letters. What we'll say, letters. Okay. So this is the list of your data type presents in MySQL. Okay, these are different functions. So majorly we used integer data type, varchar data type, character data type. Integer float, double, decimal. These are nothing but your integer type, and character, varchar. These are your string. These are for your strings. For characters you have to use, and these two are very popular. That is varchar and integer int data type. Okay, I think you understood this. So there are many functions like timestamp, time, and date. We will see about date. I will explain you little about date before starting or creating actual table in database. So I will show you some date tricks. Later you can explore every what will say functions from the from this list. I will share you the link right now in the comment box. You can check that documentation. There you will find uh, everything about MySQL. This is the official documentation of MySQL. You can check it, and you can
Hello?
practice also. So I
Hello?
hope you get the link. Okay,
Hello?
so I have shared two links.
Hello?
Yes, yes.
सर T3 बॅचला कमेंट्स हे नाही ऍक्सेस नाही कमेंट्सचा.
हा, काय विचारायचं आहे?
सर T3 बॅचला कमेंट्सचं हे नाही, तुम्ही लिंक शेअर करणार आहे ना, मग ती व्हॉट्सअप ग्रुपला टाका ना.
टाकली ना, सेम लिंक आहे.
ओके सर.
Okay, so uh, I have shared you two links. You just explore it. It is the documentation about your MySQL 8.0 version. There is also explanation about every function present. So I am not going to explain each and every function as time being and syllabus constraint is there. So I'll just explain you about date. So you can, as you see the command that select current date, you will get this in YYY, MM, and DD format. So how you are going to change this? So you need some mask operators. So what are the mask operators that I will show you? Suppose date format that I want to change. So date format, how, which date? So suppose this date I want to change, and in percentage D, D for date, M for month, Y for year. So I want that in DDMMYY format here. So I will pass this query to the compiler. Let's see what result I get. It shows me error. Again, spelling I think. Let me check. Okay, okay. So we date format that we have to select. So now you can see that it is in DDMMYY format. So if I change this mask operator, these are the mask operator. If I shorten the month operator, then you can see the result also. Okay, I want the date in this format. Are you getting me? So, so as you see, the select query is used as a query language. So that's why it comes under DQL. One more command type you we have explored in earlier lecture that but as per your syllabus there are ddl dml dcl and tcl, but one more thing is there, that is dql. This dql query is select. Why it is called or why it is fall under dql, I think that you might have understood. For fetching every record from database you required this query, select query. Okay, got it? Yes or no? But in your theoretical questions, you must have write select query under DML, data manipulation language. Under DML, select false. Okay. It will not creating. So I am not creating any confusion about you. I am stating you straightforwardly that there are four types of SQL commands, that are DDL, DML, DCL, and TCL. Okay, but for anyone who can ask you about what is DQL and why there is a DQL, then you should be in a position to explain that select is a DQL and why it is called as DQL, because for fetching every record from database you require this query, select query. Okay, let's see how DDL and DML works. So I will explain two commands today, that is create and insert. So I think create is a DDL and insert is a DML query. Okay. Other queries you have to practice, you have to check the syntax that I will explain you, and you have to share your execution with me. Okay. So let's clear this. CLS is command for clearing the screen record. So let's check again back to databases. Show data. Okay. So as it is not a present database TE2, we will create it. So what is the query? Create database if not exist TE2. Why I am using this? It is a good practice if you want to do your certification in database now, so you should use this. And if you want to just pass your exam now, so you can just type a query, create database T2. Again, there is a spelling mistake, typographical. Okay, so you will see the T2, but it's a good practice to have queries like this, create database if not exist. So it is already
Database
exists there.
spelling
So
mistake.
so it will generate a warning. But it is not creating two different TE2 databases. It is only one database is there. So you have to use this database, use TE2. Okay. So you will see the message TE2. As here I have not passed the semicolon, but compiler knows that as compiler knows about the query, so it will automatically adjust it with it. So as I told you, if I miss the semicolon here, so it will wait for termination. Here it is not waiting because compiler knows it, simply switches database, default database, to the T2 database. Okay, so are you understanding how the SQL compiler works? So here I have not passed semicolon. So it is waiting. If I pass semicolon, then it will, like two commands you can pass on single line, like select version, select current. So you can see the results. This is the version and this is the current date. So two queries you have passed on single line. So multiple queries on single line you can pass, and also suppose I miss this semicolon, it will wait. Or say if I miss this, so what it will directly getting me error because here here I have passed the semicolon, but this is not the proper syntax of MySQL query. So it is generating me error. So if I miss this, then it will again wait for me. So this is the multi-line. You can say you will better understand it when we are creating the table actually. So again, I'm going to use T2. So I have to create a table. Okay, as you just selected the database, you can check what tables are present in the database by using select query again. Select star from T2. So no table is there. You can see here. So no name table in this database. Are you getting me? Or say we will create a table first, then you will understand. So I am sharing you the syntax of table. Okay. So for creating table, are you able to see my notepad? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in this here you have passing create, then mention table if not exist student. So I am creating a student name table and then open bracket and close bracket. Wherever you open bracket, you must close it. Okay, so here are the four things, that is roll number, department, name, subject, grade. Okay, so here roll number is a integer type. So we will set it in auto increment mode. Uh, what is auto increment? That is indexing. How indexing works? If I enter the record and first record is saved with the assigned number one number. First number will be automatically incremented to 2 for second record insertion. Okay, so let's not do this thing, just simply create the table for things first under as I told you, you have to read this key constraint, that is primary key, foreign key, that I will explain in next practical. For this we'll just skip this, and what it is I will explain it in next practical. Here you can see decimal is like 2 comma 2 means 2 digits after decimal point and 2 digits before decimal point, after and before. Okay, that's why this is the syntax. You can here use float also. And here varchar we mentioned the length 30. Here in department character we mention length only 5. Okay, so this is the syntax of create command. And what is create is a ddl. And what ddl does your definition about the database. That means it is schema. It defines the structure of database. So how is the structure of this data? How the structure of this table? Student टेबल का नाम क्या है यहाँ पे? स्टूडेंट. एंड इसका स्ट्रक्चर कैसा है? तो फर्स्ट कॉलम विल बी रोल नंबर, सेकंड कॉलम विल बी डिपार्टमेंट, थर्ड कॉलम विल बी नेम, फोर्थ कॉलम विल बी सब्जेक्ट, and last column will be your decimal. So I'll just minimize the table. So I'll delete this column, subject column. We will just insert roll number, department name, name and grade only. ठीक है? So no need to this. Are you understanding the structure of this create query? You have to mention the columns, and these columns are nothing but your schema. So I'll just simply copy the command and paste it on terminal. Let me share you the MySQL terminal. हॅलो, लेक्चर मध्ये लेक्चर झाल्यावर फोन कर. Able to see MySQL terminal? Okay, so you have passed the query that roll, integer, department, character, name, varchar, and grade in float data type. Okay, so if I select entries or record from this student table, it will say stated you that empty set is there. So no record is found, but you can check its schema by using describe command. So this is the schema, this is the structure, that these are the fields. Four fields are there: roll number, department, name, grade, type. Type means data types. Roll number is of integer data type. Department is, if you mention explicitly that roll number or ID is your primary key, then it will mention you here. How that will work, I will explain it in next practical. But before that, you must understand what select query does, what describe query does, how create works, how the schema is defined, and how the record is inserted into table. So this is one command that describes the structure or say schema of table student, and how it is created by using this query, that create table name. Then you have to mention the fields and with its data type, and each field is separated with comma, and at the end of query you must mention the semicolon. Wherever you opens the bracket, you must close it. If you miss it, then it will create an error. Let's check this. It is again waiting for, and then it will give you the error as it is already exist. Okay, so next command is insert into. I will share you the notepad again.
सर हॅलो, कॅन यू हिअर मी?
Yes.
सर तुम्ही मगाशी जो स्कीमा, सॉरी सर मराठीत बोलू का?
हॅलो.
हॅलो,
हा,
हा
बोला.
मराठीतच विचारू का?
हा
सर मगाशी वरती एरर काय येत होता? आपण जेव्हा रोल नंबर असा घेत होतो तेव्हा, नंतर तुम्ही रोल केला तेव्हा एरर
हा
गेला.
इथे इथे
ते
इथे
कशामुळे का?
इथे एरर आला ना, इथे. हा, ऍक्च्युली इथे
हा,
मी अंडरस्कोर दिला पाहिजे होता. इथे जो आहे ना, हा अंडरस्कोर दिला पाहिजे होता. इथे
ओके.
ऍक्च्युली तो रोल आणि नो असा एक फील्ड नेम, रोल नंबर असं घेतला असतं त्याने, पण तो, किंवा मग मी रोल नंबरला असं दिलं पाहिजे होतं, असं म्हटलं पाहिजे होतं. पण त्याला सेपरेट केल्यामुळे तो इथं डेटा टाईप, हा डेटा टाईप प्रेझेंट नाहीये ना आधी, याच्यानंतर इमिजिएटली डेटा टाईप फाइंड करत होता, आणि असा डेटा टाईप
हा,
प्रेझेंट नाहीये, त्यामुळे तो एरर येत होता ऍक्च्युली. ठीक
ओके,
आहे.
गॉट इट.
Okay. So we will continue. Let me share you notepad. Are you able to see my notepad?
No, sir.
So here we have to insert record into table. So that's why the command will be insert into, then table name, and then values. What are the values which you are going to insert into table?
So we can't see your notepad.
Yes.
We can't see your notepad.
Hello.
Hello, sir. We cannot see your
Yes.
notepad. We are still seeing the
Okay.
console.
Okay. Just wait. Now you can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the query is that insert into, then table name. So as you can see, table name is student, so we have to careful about spelling student. Then values will be roll number 1, then department will be your comp, then name, then grade, suppose 8.25. Okay, that will be fine. So these four values you have to mention. So let's see what happens. So as you can see, this is the integer type. So here I have not used this quotation. If you want to pass the string or character data type or varchar values, then you must include this quotation. Okay, so as it is integer, so no need to use quotation. If you use quotation, then it will be treated as a string. Okay, so that's why I'll just copy this and paste it in MySQL terminal. Okay, let me share you MySQL first. Switch to MySQL. Okay, so you can see that insert into student table values are one, computers, then name, and then your grade. So you will see that yes, there is a one row affected. Then you can select and check whether it is actually get into table or not. See, you can see the output, that roll number will be 1, department will be com, then name, then grade. Okay, so again I want to insert another record. So if I have set this field as a index, or say it will be in auto incremented, then no need to insert the record number here. Then you have to pass only these three values. Next, number 2 will be automatically assigned to the this field, role field. Are you getting me? So this is integer type, so we are not included it in a quotation, and this is a string, so that's why we have to include quotation. As you can see here also you can see in your schema how you are going to check schema by using describe command. Here you can see character values are only for 5. If I type here that my department is computer. How many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's check what happens. So I will change the values to, then name to, let's say, and grade will be. Okay. So you can see that there is a error in column department. Why this error occurs? Because we have mentioned schema only for 5 character values. But here you are passing 8 characters. Have to get it shorter. Then again you can check that whether this record is inserted or not. Yes, it is inserted, and you can check this. Okay. On MySQL terminal, you can also do some basic arithmetic operations like select 4 plus 5. It will give you result 9. You can simply get 4 upon 5, you will get the float values here. So that's why this select comes under DQL. Yeah, it is advanced version. That's why in your updated MySQL, this SQL command is treated as DQL. Earlier it is only DDL, DML, DCL and TCL. So you have so three things you have to keep in mind, that on MySQL terminal you can pass multiple commands on single line. You can pass commands on multiple line. Then you can do simple arithmetic operations. You must include semicolon at the end of each and every command or say query. Then again, if you want to check the schema, then there is a command describe, then create, insert into, and date function that I have explained today. So I will share you some documents about it. Uh, then you can write it down and you can execute your first assignment. That is described in your here in practical. So thank you very much.